Okay, counter communication. Oh, it's hot here. Counter communication, what is that? Counter communication is basically simple. You're stopping someone from communicating with another person. Counter is basically to stop with a double play. So, you want to stop. We're going to go back to this because it's a bit easier for people to actually use. Counter communication. You want to stop, Sally. Let's go back with Sally. Sally is here, and you don't want Sally to communicate with Rodney. So, let's give an example. Sally is now in the U.S., and Sally lost most of her stuff. However, she doesn't like the president, and she wants to get back to her assets. Her assets are in Rodney, and you want to stop them from actually doing that. So what do you end up doing? Counter communication. Stop that person from communicating. There are many ways now. With technology, you can stop people from communicating. How can you do that? When it comes to technology, you can use phones. You can actually reprogram certain things on laptops now, where if a person is actually using Wi-Fi and you're on another part, you can actually find a way to get what they're watching. So, for example, if I was over here and you had your laptop here, and I wanted to know what you were watching on your laptop, I could actually hack into the Wi-Fi and then hack into your laptop. I could even put a Trojan horse in there. I could put a worm. I could put a bug. I could put spyware. I could do a lot of stuff. I could stop you from communicating, or better yet, I could act as if I'm from Rodney and says, hey, I'm here. You can communicate with me in another area. Now, that is counter communication, but it's not actually stopping them from communicating with someone else. If Sally is here, okay, that's Sally. Sally's in America, and you want to stop Sally from communicating with the people at Rodney, because, better yet, Sally just got information about Bob. Bob works here. Bob's the leak. Bob says, hey, Sally, give me $10,000. I'll tell you what's going on in your country. Sally says, oh, really? Sally gives him $5,000 now, $5,000 afterwards. So Bob goes ahead and says, hey, the president is going to be at this building right here, right at this Capitol. But after that, he's going to be meeting with some other president right here. That's an open space, but you have to get there quick. Sally says, great. You don't want Sally getting the information back to Rodney. So what happens? Let's say Bob's the leak here and they find Bob, boom. But the problem is, Bob already gave the information to Sally. All Sally has to do is find a way to get that information to her superiors who work at this agency. Basically, simple. So, you found Bob's cut off right now. Sally has the information. Sally is going to give the information somehow back to Rodney. Okay? You don't want Sally giving them that information. You have to stop her. Counter communication. How do you stop someone from getting that intel? You can go Wi-Fi, you can go tech, or you can just do it hands-on. Basically simple. You go into Sally's hotel room. Sally says, hey, who are you? You just say, hey, I'm room service. Take out a suppressor, shoot her in the head. End of discussion. She'll never say a word. Now, you could do that, but that's illegal. After all, our government doesn't do anything illegal. Now, let's go back to this. If you end up getting Sally, and you find out, let's say Sally's sitting down in the chair and I'm over there, and I want to stop her. I don't want her to communicate with them over there. Sally's sitting there, Rodney's connection point is over there, and you're over here. How do you stop Sally from communicating with them? Simple. Put a bullet in Sally's head. Ta-da! End of discussion. Now, you could do that, but that would be illegal. So what could you do? Sally gets into a car one day, flips a switch, the car accidentally blows up. That's what happens when you drive a Prius. But let's not crack on the Prius right now. Let's say she was actually there. There are many ways you can actually get her head on. Head on is basically a direct attack. A direct attack would be the car blowing up. A direct attack would be someone shooting her. A direct attack would be her slipping and falling, someone helping her up, injecting her, perhaps, or better yet, even kidnapping. Now, that's another way. How do you actually go ahead and stop her? Act as if you're someone from Rodney. Act like you're actually her connecting point. or meet her at a drop box or drop location. You meet her there, exchange information, and boom. She thinks she connected with Rodney, but really she connected with someone else or another agent. Better yet, a Central Intelligence officer. So that's how that would end up working. Basically simple. How could you also stop her? Counter communication. Basically simple. Hack all of her networks, stop her from getting information over there. Can you stop her over here in her own country? Sure. If Sally was in America and the signal went over, how could you stop it? Basically simple. You got an embassy over here. Shut down all its wireless points. Get that one point where Sally's bringing the information and stop it head on. There are many ways you can do it. You can get her in the room, you can interrogate her, you can put a bullet in her head. There are so many different ways of stopping someone from talking. Waterboarding, firewalking, everything. But that's what kind of communication is. Stopping someone from communicating. You can even trail that communication and lead it back to somewhere and actually change it. Act like you're working with them, but you're not. There's such things as double agents. An agent really working here and then somewhere else. Okay? So that is kind of communication there.